Hey, did you know that there are approximately 195 countries around the world? But you do know you don't have to stay in that one place that you were born in, right? If you're thinking about moving abroad, how do you plan on finding the perfect place? Do you trust random Facebook groups or do you follow what everyone says on TikTok? Of course not. You have to do some serious research. But do you know what questions to ask?
If you're thinking about moving abroad and need help figuring out which country is right for you and your family, this episode is for you. We'll share the key factors to consider when choosing your new home country. Be sure to watch until the end though. That's where we're going to share a resource that will help you simplify your relocation process and ensure you're not alone on this journey.
Welcome back to our channel. We're Tristan and Cece Sutton, and over the last few years, we've hosted some epic group trips around the world. Dubai, Greece, South Africa, the Maldives, Egypt, Mexico. And all of this amazing travel made us realize moving overseas may not be a bad lifestyle for us. So after much prayer and careful consideration, we decided to sell everything and move to Mexico to follow our freedom. Join us on our expat journey as we embark upon these new experiences. If you're looking for a channel with everything about international travel and moving abroad, you found it. Now, in our last episode, we discussed why it's a good idea to create a backup plan for yourself and your family. In this episode, we're going to help you put together your own residency backup plan, starting with step 1, identify your freedom zone. Now, this is the fun part where you begin turning your dream destination into a reality by researching best places for you to reside where you can thrive. So since we're almost done with the sale of our home, we wanted to enjoy a quick little stroll around our neighborhood one last time while we talk with you.
So you're thinking about moving abroad. Great idea. Once you get past the beauty of the scenery and fun excursions, it's time to adult and look at what really matters when it comes to living there. To simplify this, we've broken it down to 2 categories: must-haves and nice-to-haves. Understanding what you need versus what would just be cool to have will help you set realistic expectations about your move. Think of your must-haves as your non-negotiable factors. Think long and hard. What absolutely must be in place for me to live comfortably and securely? Think of amenities like, do they have reliable, high-speed internet? Something to consider, especially if you work remotely. If air conditioning is important to you, research and make sure this offered. Every country doesn't have it available. And of course, language. Do you prefer an English-speaking country, or are you ready to learn a new language? Esclibi? I'm still working on me.
Then we have your nice-to-haves. Now, these are your preferences, not requirements. These are more creature comforts than deal breakers, Don't expect to find all your favorite stores in your new country. You may have to find substitutes or just kind of do without. Relocating is about creating a new life, not replicating your old one.
That's right. So be honest with yourself about what you truly need in your new country. Don't convince yourself every box needs to be checked. You need to develop some flexibility because remember, this ain't home.
And don't worry if you're really not sure about what country you want to move to. Later on in the video, we'll tell you the key things you need to research when choosing your country. Now, next, let's focus on the core 4, which are your top priorities for quality of life. The core 4 are the key factors that a location can offer. Our core 4 requirements that we shared in our last episode were lower cost of living, more affordable healthcare options, better quality of life, and truly an escape from the hustle culture. Now let's break down these core 4 a little bit further. First, cost of living. Now this is a huge one for most and the main reason why many people decide to follow their freedom to a new country, so their money can stretch a little bit further. We're talking affordability across the board, like housing, groceries, utilities, health insurance, and those all-important entertainment and activities. So ask yourself, can I still save and invest in this new location? Will my money stretch further, allowing me more financial freedom? For example, because Mexico's cost of living is significantly less, American expats who move to Mexico have the potential to significantly reduce their living expenses, which allows them to save and pay off debt.
Next up on our core 4 list, healthcare options. Now, before you put a deposit down on that ocean view apartment, research local healthcare systems to ensure it can meet your needs, especially if you have specific medical conditions or take prescription medications. Here are a few critical healthcare factors to evaluate and consider. First, quality of care. and standards. When researching foreign healthcare, prioritize countries with internationally accredited hospitals and high healthcare rankings. Consider the qualifications and availability of medical professionals and the accessibility of treatments for your specific needs. To give you added peace of mind, when you attend your scouting tour, be sure to schedule an appointment with the doctors that you've researched to discuss your questions.
Hey, boyfriend.
Hey, girlfriend.
So after you check out their quality of care and standards, you'll want to compare public versus private healthcare systems to understand funding, accessibility, quality of care, and wait times. That's important. Then research the residency requirements for accessing healthcare and insurance in your country. For example, when you become a Mexican resident, you receive access to public and private healthcare options. Finally, consider the proximity of your doctor and hospital to where you will be living, and have a transportation strategy in the case of an emergency. Now, here's another important one to consider, and I don't think a lot of people consider this one, but it's language and communication. Now, if your medical staff does not speak English, you'll need to be prepared for this. In some countries, they may offer translation services. Now, let's talk prescription medication. Make sure the new country offers your medication, and if not, be prepared to find alternatives. In short, before you pack that suitcase, be sure your new home can meet your medical needs. Now, let's talk about something serious here. I think it's fair to say that many Americans feel that their quality of life is downshifted a bit, with demanding work schedules, lack of rest, and skyrocketing stress. It's no wonder so many of us are seeking freedom. This one was really important to me, and one of the reasons why we chose Mexico, because they offered a slower paced life. So what does quality of life mean to you? Do you want to be around people who are overall happy? You want to evade consumerism? You want to ditch the rat race and truly live in a place where you can thrive? Then you really want to take some time to research the country's overall quality of life and ensure that they align with your desires.
Have you ever found yourself caught in an endless cycle of work and bills, questioning, is there more to life than this? The daily grind, the constant pressure to succeed, the never-ending pursuit of more. It can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled.
Work, 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 work.
Exactly. That's the essence of our last core 4 requirements. Escape the hustle culture. We're constantly told that we need to hustle hard and grind 24/7.
Yep.
But what if that's not what truly makes you happy?
Yeah.
What if there's a different path, a way to escape the hustle and find freedom?
Yeah. Look, if you're anything like us, you yearn for something deeper, something more meaningful. You know that there's a whole world out there waiting to be explored, and you're tired of being trapped in the confines of the 9-to-5 grind. You crave adventure, you desire connection, and you long for a life that's filled with passion and purpose. Well, good news, ladies and gentlemen. There's a freedom zone out there waiting to give you asylum from the never-ending hustle cycle.
What would life be like if you could customize where you want to live? Everything from the climate, the culture, the landscape, literally everything. You get to choose. But that's where you are now in the process. It's time to get specific about what you want your home to look like and feel like. Get granular, be precise. This is a big move, so it might as well be as close to your dreams as possible, right? I mean, not only do you have to choose your country, then which city, and then narrow it down to a specific neighborhood. Whew.
It's a lot.
This step can be a task. So here are the key things to research when choosing your new country. We call it the Reside Where You Thrive checklist. Let's start with the climate. What type of weather do you thrive in? You prefer warm and sunny climates? Or do you enjoy the changing seasons with cooler temperatures and snow? Landscape. What about the landscape? What kind of natural surrounding brings you peace? Do you envision yourself being surrounded by mountains, forests, deserts, or bodies of water? Culture and community. What kind of social environment do you desire? Are you drawn to diverse and multicultural communities, or do you want all your neighbors to look like you? Research the cultural traditions, local customs, and community values of your next country and neighborhood.
Then you'll want to research things like amenities and infrastructure. Write down the services and things that are important to you, and consider the availability of shopping, gyms, restaurants, entertainment, and transportation options in your chosen area. For example, does Uber service the area you're thinking about moving to? Now, when it comes to cost of living, this is important. What is your budget for housing, food, transportation, and other essential expenses? Research the average cost for living in your desired location and ensure it aligns with your money, okay? You know what I'm looking forward to the most about moving to Mexico?
Tacos.
Not having to drive. I am so excited to be moving somewhere where we walk and ride our bikes. This is one big reason why we chose Puerto Vallarta, or PV as we say it. It's a beach town that offers plenty of sunshine, sand, and smiles. Everything we need, like grocery stores, markets, and restaurants. It's all walking distance. I love it. And public transportation, very nice and affordable. Best of all, we'll live only minutes away from the airport, which was pretty important to us because, we'll be going back home to see friends and family. So when choosing a place to live, it's important to think about how you'll get around. Will you drive, use ride shares, take public transportation, or just walk?
So that's step one of the Follow Your Freedom Roadmap. Now you have a better understanding of what really matters to you, as well as what to specifically research before landing in your freedom zone. We realize that this process can be daunting and overwhelming. So here's the one resource we promised you at the beginning of this episode. Be sure to hire an immigration specialist, period. Their job is to help you navigate the complex and often confusing immigration process to help you obtain your residency. These specialists can be lawyers, advisors, or consultants, depending on the country you're interested in. Whomever you go with, ensure they are reputable and vetted. What are your must-haves? What's most important to your quality of life? Let us know in the comments what your core four are and what destination meets them. We want to see where you're heading to.
That's right. And in the next episode, we'll be diving into step 2 of your residency backup plan, verifying your eligibility for residency abroad. You do not want to miss this one. But before we go, remember, finding your perfect freedom zone is a deeply personal and an often complex process. We've covered a lot in this video, but there's even more to consider. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, we get it. Or if you'd like personalized guidance in crafting your own residency backup plan, we're here to help. We offer one-on-one consultations where we can discuss your unique needs, answer your specific questions, and help guide you on your move abroad. You can easily schedule your call by clicking the link in the description below. Please don't let the dream of living abroad feel out of reach. Let's explore the possibilities together and make following your freedom a reality.
If you learned something from this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more information on moving abroad and freedom seeking. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Follow peace.
Follow your freedom.